Hi, welcome back to Informatica tutorial. In the last class, we have seen joiner transformation. So let's see one more transformation now. I have a requirement like this. The employee table from the HR schema, as we have seen earlier, has a employee ID, name, and a department ID, some more fields, and finally a department ID. Department name does not exist. So we earlier joined department table using joiner and got the department name. Now there is one more way to do that. Suppose the department name is in a separate table called DEPT. This could be a table or a flat file, and this could reside in either source database or target database or some other database. So we can look up by passing this department ID into this. We can get the department name out. We can also get we will see one column how to get as in the output port. So finally we will get all these from employee and this from a lookup, and then we will populate the target table, which is employees, and this will have department name as well from the lookup table, and the all these fields will come from here. So let's see how to do that. So I have created a mapping called employees unconnected lookup. So my source is employees for this, and my target is also employees. So I need to get a column called department name here, which does not exist in my source table. So let me create a lookup transformation. Transformation create lookup lkp underscore department. And so where is this department table? So for now I will take from the source database. So you can basically give source or target or another source qualifier within this mapping or a flat file. So let's see, let's first take a simple example where the departments table is in the source database. So I want to pass, I need to do some settings, configure some properties for this lookup. So I don't want manager ID, I don't want location ID, I want to pass department ID as my input port and get department name in the output port. So I need to add one more department ID, which is decimal 4 to my this is only input which I will get from employees table in the source, and I will pass the department ID for each record. So department ID, this department ID is the in the lookup table, which is the departments. So I don't want this in the output, I want only in the lookup. And finally department name is a lookup port as well as an output port and a return port as well. So this is an unconnected lookup. It is like a function in the database. It will return a port, only one port it can return. So I am selecting department name now. So next let's go to the property tab, and here there is a lookup table name is departments is fine, and there is a property called lookup caching enabled. When we enable this property, Informatica will cache the lookup table in the cache, which is a good thing to do. Because the lookup will happen on the cache and not for each record it need not fire a select query to the database. It will cache all the records once from the lookup table, and it will do the lookup only on the cache. So we have a few more values here, properties to set. Lookup policy on multiple match. Suppose my employee table has department ID 10 for the first record, and there are two records in the department table for the department ID 10. So let me draw this and show you this scenario one. So what is this property lookup policy on multiple match? So let's take this example where we have employee table as my source, and there is a record one employee ID and department ID is 10, and I want to get look pass this department ID to. There are some records like this in this table, and so I want to my lookup table here is department. So this is my lookup table, and suppose this has two records for department ID 10. Here department ID and department name, say suppose shipping and finance. Ideally this should not happen if the data is good, but this could happen sometimes. So when you pass this and look up into this table, there are two matches to this record. So which one of that you want to get as an output? So that is what this lookup policy on multiple match is talking about. There are few options: use first value, use last value, use any value, and you report error. So let's leave it as the first value and see what is going to happen now in Informatica. So here I select use first value, and connection information is $source. That is fine for me. I'm looking up in the source database. Source type is database, tracing level is normal, lookup cache persistent. If you check this option, the cache will not be deleted. It will remain in the cache directory. I don't want this option now. I don't want dynamic lookup cache. The size I want to leave it as auto, and lookup source is static. This option should be checked only for the static tables which are not going to change, because the cache is built only once from the table, and every time for the next run of the same session, the values will be read from the cache and not from the database table. So this you use only when you are sure that the table is not going to change. So now I come to the lookup condition. So here I will get records from the ports from the lookup table, and here I get the input ports. So this is fine for me. Department ID equal to in department ID. So now I have built the unconnected lookup. So how do I call this now? The mapping says invalid because I have not connected source to the target. So I can call a lookup, unconnected lookup, anywhere where I can call an expression. So let me create an expression transformation here, exp underscore. This is purely to call the unconnected lookup department table. So let me bring all these columns here, and finally I'm going to add one more column here, which is called o underscore dept name, and this is going to come from department name in the lookup table. So this should be declared as varchar2 string of 30 basically, and this is only an output port. And how do I get this? I get this by in the functions I'll also have lookups here. So I have only one lookup transformation here that will show me that transformation, and I'm passing department ID as the input. So if I validate, this is fine, and so I also have a department name coming in now. So let me do a auto link here from the expression to the target table, and here everything till department ID is connected. So let me finally connect the department name here. So now let me create a workflow for this employees unconnected lookup, and a session as well, s underscore employees unconnected lookup. So I'm going to connect this to and file parent, the standard settings, right, backward compatible log file, and HR and target, and stop on errors. Let me put it as 1 here, and let me save the session logs for 5 runs. and in the mapping tab, let's have this as dollar source, and let me have this as normal load, and let's give the target connection as dollar target, and the lookup is dollar source because my department table is in dollar source. That's fine for me. So I am done. So let me also set truncate target table option, so that it will truncate and load each time I run this session. So let's see how it runs. Yeah, unconnected lookup is running. It succeeded. So it gave 107 records. So let's see now in the target table, select star from employees in my target schema. So this is having 107 record count, and this is also having the department name. So in the last class we have got this department name by using joiner transformation. Now we got this using lookup transformation, unconnected lookup. So we will also see more variations of unconnected lookup in the next class.